Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna have a nice chatty end of the year video talking all about my goals for 2021 and whether or not I actually hit them. So a little bit of a spoiler, I hit some and not all. And so we're gonna kind of talk through each one and figure out, you know, whether or not I hit them. I find these videos fascinating and also really helpful because typically most people don't hit all of their goals, and that's actually really helpful to me to remember, and also to, as I'm goal setting, to like keep those things in mind. And one thing I heard from a different video, someone else talking about their goals and whether or not they hit them, and they said that they didn't want to hit all their goals, and if they did, then that meant that they were like putting the bar too low. So this particular person said they want to hit about half. I would say I'd want to hit like 75% of my goals, and then I'm doing pretty well because I still, you know, want to have room to grow, and so just being aware of that is very helpful. So we're gonna go through, I was trying to figure out find like a list of goals, and I have like many lists of goals. So we're gonna go through my January full focus planner where I wrote down like the top 10. So this is gonna be a variety of both business and non-business things, and you'll get a little bit of a peek into the income report. So on my main channel, Becca Davis, we are gonna do a TPT income report and also a whole business income report. So if you're interested in those things, you can go check those out. They will be up in January. They're not out yet as of this video coming out, but you'll have a little bit of a sneak peek in this one because we are going to talk a little bit about that. So this year, as of January, I had like the top 10 goals, and actually it was interesting from like my January one to my December, because these are quarterly planners, my January to my like October, my goals had already changed, and so that's a good thing to remember, but I thought we'd go through January. Anyway, let me start talking. So top 10 goals. So number one was to read 35 books this year. So how I pick my reading goal is I always just take last year's goal and then I add one. And so not a very sophisticated way to finish, you know, to do that. So I think I'm gonna be a little bit short. So I'm looking, I have like an app where I keep track of what I have done, and it has 35 in my 2021 like list, that's what it is. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I started this year I have not finished yet. So I am a little bit early. Today is the 28th, so I still have 3 more days. I expect to finish at least 2 of these books in the next 3 days. And so let's say that I'm gonna finish with like 32. I feel like that's pretty close. So not quite at my 35. I feel like I could have done a little bit better. I attribute a lot of that to the fact that I worked a ton over the summer, and typically summer is when I spend like hours and hours reading, and so it's like, is that really a horrible thing? Because I was working on my blogging course and that took a lot of time. I don't know if that's the worst thing, but that's a big reason why I don't think I quite hit that goal. And then also in 2020 I was teaching online from home for like the whole year, and so I really needed that like screen break versus when I'm teaching in person I don't feel that need as much, and so I feel like I was okay coming home from work and like working on products, versus in 2020 I was like, I need to close the computer, and so I would use books as like a good way to just get all away from technology. So number one, no. Number two is I wanted to make $10,000 on my courses throughout the year, and I did hit that. Actually, I didn't know I hit that until I went to calculate it out, and I made $17,770 on my courses this year, which I feel like is pretty good. It's not like super, you know, people are always like, oh, you know, 5-figure course launches, 6-figure course launches, like that kind of stuff. We're not quite at that level yet, but I feel like $17,000 is a pretty dang good amount of money. I put a lot of effort into my courses, so it's always like really exciting when one of those sells. And I was gonna tell you goals for next year, but we'll hold off on those. The next one is to hit the $75,000 TPT milestone in 2021, and I did hit that. So if you're not familiar, there are 3 TPT milestones. There is a 20,000, there's a 20,000, a 75,000, and then I think it's 500,000 are the 3 TBT milestones of how much you've sold. I believe it's sales and not income, but I'm not totally sure, so you can correct me down below. And so for those things, when you hit 20 and then also 75, they like feature you in the newsletter and have like a blog post, and it's just kind of like a fun thing. And so that was one thing I wanted to do this year, was to hit that 75,000 milestone, and I hit it. So, and it's not in 1 year, it's over your lifetime. So that was exciting. The next one I did not do, that was hire a maid in July, and I did not do that because I kind of just chickened out, and so I didn't. And this year it is happening. It is happening this year, this summer. I've decided it's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna, you know, figure out how to do that. I don't even know how to do that. And we're gonna find like, I don't know, a cleaning company, and we're gonna start it over the summer so I can be there, you know, with like the dogs, getting used to a person, and it's gonna be a great time, and I am going to really appreciate it, and it's gonna happen this year because it did not happen last year. The next one is to eat clean 4 times a week. I did pretty well with that, actually, I would say, especially the second half of the year. The first half was stressful, and because of the stress it was just kind of like ugh. But the second half of the year I did really well, actually, with eating clean 4 times a week, so just not eating like a whole bunch of crap. I was tracking that at the beginning, and then I kind of fell off tracking that, but I would say that I pretty much hit that, except for this week when I'm eating Taco Bell. The next one is one I don't like talking about, and that is that I had 2 credit cards, and so I wanted to pay both of those off this past year, and I paid off one. I did not pay off the other, so I got like half of that goal. This year I will be paying off the other, and then also hopefully my student loans, so that we will just not have to worry about any of that stuff. But so that's like a half. So far 1, 2, we've hit 3.5 out of 5. The next one was to, on my other YouTube channel with Becca Davis, the like original, to gain make my YouTube subs at 10,000 and to make $1,000 in a month from ads. Neither of those things happened. I am at, ooh, let's look. I'm at 79, I'm at, okay, 7,985, so 7,985 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So I just have 2,000 more to go, and so there's that. And I did not make $1,000 in a month from ads. The most I've made from ads in 1 month would be, the most I've made from ads in 1 month looks like $377. So part of that I attribute to just having like no earthly idea, you know, whether or not that was possible. And so that's also something to look out for as you're setting your goals this year, is if you're like, I have no clue if this is possible, go ahead and write it down. And if you don't, you know, maybe asterisk it and be like, hey, I don't know if this is realistic or not, because I just have no idea. So that was one where I was like, I have no clue if that's possible, and it turned out it was not. And so that did not happen this year, which is fine, because, you know, I did YouTube for free for a really long time. So it's kind of like, if I make money, that's cool, and if I don't, then it's not like the end of the world. And really, YouTube leads to other streams of income, like the courses and like my products and that kind of stuff. So not a huge deal, but did not hit that at all. I also did not hit the next one, which was to have 100 products by the end of the year in my Becca's Bible class. Becca's Bible class is very much a side hustle for me. So for me, I consider like my Becca's Music Room to be very much like a business. And I also pretty much consider my like main YouTube channel to be like a business. My Becca's Bible class is very much a side hustle. I pick it up, I put it down, I don't mess with it all the time. Sometimes I go weeks without posting on my Instagram. Like, it's very much like that. And at first that really bothered me. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you know what, that's actually okay, because you can't have, you know, equal priority to everything. And so I am now like in the mindset of seeing that like, okay, this is a side hustle, I'm gonna do what I can, but if something else pops up, I'm gonna do that first. So I did not hit 100 products. I think I'm at like 78. Let's find out. I'm currently at 89 products, so I need 11 more. So I'm pretty close, I feel pretty okay with that. But yeah, a little bit more would be good. So we'll hit it this year. It'll be fine. I'm not worried. And then the last one that I'm sure is the one you were the most curious about is about money. And so I mentioned before, I set like 3 goals this year. I had my like, this is what I want to make. And then I was like, let's make a stretch goal. And then I was like, let's make a crazy stretch goal. I did not hit the crazy stretch goal this year, but I'll go ahead and tell you my numbers. My original goal was 60,000. So in 2020, I made like 25,000, I think. So for 2021, I wanted to hit 60 was my first goal. And then I was like, okay, but let's make the stretch goal 80,000. And then I was like, you know, it'd be really cool if I could hit 100. So my whole year, even though I had set that threshold at 60, I was really like, let's go for 100. And so out of that, I was like, let's make 60,000. I wanted 45 of it to come from TPT was my original thought. So over the year, I have not quite hit that. Now we still have a few more days. Here we go. Okay. So on TPT, I made $58,000 this year. And so I definitely hit that 45. And then whole business wise, again, shooting for either 60 or 80 or 100. I, at the end of November, was at $81,298.61 as of November 30th. So I haven't added together my December yet, because again, we're not at the end of December quite yet. Still have a few more days. But I think I was thinking through, let's see, like 4,000, 5, 6. So I'll probably do about 6,000, maybe 7,000 in December. Again, I haven't added it all up yet. So that would be like 95, I think, is about where we're gonna end. And even though that didn't hit my top goal, I am pretty freaking happy about that, because, you know, again, like I've been telling you all year, if I had set that threshold at like, I want to make 60, I probably wouldn't have even come close, because I wouldn't have had my sights so high, and I wouldn't be, you know, thinking, you know, there's a very different mindset of, I want to make 60,000 versus I want to make 100,000. Like, it's just such a different mindset, and you think so much differently because you just like need that push in order to get to that like really high number. And because of that, even though again, I am not gonna hit that high number unless somehow magically I make like $5,000 tomorrow, but you know, that's probably not gonna happen. And so I am gonna end a little bit lower than I wanted to, but that's so much higher than what I originally planned, you know? So I don't know where that lands in terms of like official goal setting. I don't know. That's the problem with goal setting, is if you have 3 different like tiers, which one's the official goal? I don't know. But I'm gonna check that off as a win, because even if I didn't get all the way to the 100,000, I really wanted to hit 6 figures this year. I really wanted that, but didn't happen. It's fine. And I am very happy being that close, and also knowing that that means that next year, like, I can totally hit 6 figures and like I don't have to stress about it, which is really, really nice. So that's where we're at. Oh, also, you're the first people I've told about that, so that's really exciting. Other than my husband came in my office the other day and I was like, you'll never guess what. And I told him, I was like, I just need 1 more month this year and then I would totally have that in the bag. But it's okay, because I'm checking that off as a win, because that was pretty crazy. So let's see, we have, oh, did I say I wanted to be 2 weeks ahead on YouTube videos this year? That was also a goal that did not happen. I did okay some weeks, but no, maybe that'll work this year. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 out of 10 things I did actually accomplish. So yeah, okay, all right, hit about 50% of my goals. Yeah, so that's where we are. Reasons why I didn't hit as many as I wanted to was I would say some just not sure what realistic was. Again, so like I had no idea whether or not I could hit some of them. Some of them being just having different priorities. So like with my book one and then also the 100 products in Becca's Bible class, I didn't hit either one of those because my priorities were elsewhere, and that's okay. And that's just something that this year I'll really keep in mind of, like, you know, yes, I do, you know, want to read, and yes, I do want to, you know, get those products in and stuff, but just knowing which parts of my business are priorities and which parts are side hustles, and, you know, just where the most difference is going to be is really helpful for me to just, you know, just know and just know what's up. So that's what's up. I will have a video talking about my goals for this hair is driving me bonkers. Okay. I will have a video about my goals for 2022. I can't even believe that we're saying that. It's so ridiculous to me. Anyway, 2022 coming soon. I'll have a video about my goals in the January coffee chat. We'll kind of chit chat about those. I still haven't decided what they are, so I'm gonna work on that for today and tomorrow, and then I guess I should film that video because otherwise it's not gonna be able to go out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to share goals that you hit or didn't hit down below in the comments, I would love to hear them. Don't be spoil sports and tell everybody how much money I made this year, because I don't 100% know, and the income report will be coming soon on the main channel in January 2021, so you can look forward to that. Yeah, I would also love to know. And yeah, so leave your goals you hit or goals you didn't hit down below in the comments, and I'll see you later.